Hello there, my name is Andrew Druckman and I want to welcome you to the channel because after all, the reason why you clicked on that link is because you want to learn how to generate leads for your business. Well, guess what? You just came to the right place because that's exactly what we are going to be talking about today. Now, if you haven't done so already yet, consider subscribing to Traffic Magic because that is what we do. We talk about different tips and strategies to help you get more people to the front door of your business every single day. Because after all, if you have nobody at the front door of your business, you have no business because that is the bloodline to your business. And also something to keep in mind, I'm going to leave a link in the description down below that's going to give you more of an in-depth training on how to get more people to the front door of your business every single day. Now, without further ado, let's get into the action. Now, my very first tip I'm going to share with you in order to how to generate leads for your business is you have to consistently keep working on your business at, if not bare minimum, every other day. Truth be told, I'm going to tell you to be working on your business every single day. Why? Because here's the truth of the matter of fact. Because the reality is that you can have the best product and or services or whatever it is that you are trying to promote. But the reality is, if you are not willing to advertise your business or let alone even put yourself out there, the reality is that nobody's just going to show up at the front door of your business every single day because nobody knows that your business is even there. Like nobody just shows up out of the blue. You have to be willing to advertise your business in some way, shape, or form, even if that means you have to put yourself out there. And when you're willing to do that, then you can start to see leads come to the front door of your business every single day. But if you're not willing to advertise your business, and you're not, even if it means so much is putting yourself out there, the reality is you're not going to get anybody at the front door of your business because people aren't just going to show up at the front door of your business every single day out of nowhere. It just is what it is. Because after all, if they don't know about it, they're not going to show up. Now, the next step I'm going to share with you is have a strong social media presence. So why is this even important to even have a strong social media presence? Don't worry about it. I got you because I'm going to talk about that right now. Now, the reason why it's important to have a strong social media presence is because we have to understand something. We're way past the day and age where people were flipping through yellow pages, reading news articles or whatever have you, when it comes to finding a business to help solve their problem and fulfill their needs. Because the truth of the matter is those days are done. They're long gone. Right now, in today's day and age, everybody and the mama and the mama's mama, they're on the internet. They're on social media. So I'm just going to be completely honest with you. If you are not taking advantage of the internet and as well as social media, I personally think you're just going to be doing yourself a total disservice. And you're going to be leaving a lot of money on the table. So take advantage of social media. You really should. Now, which social media platforms should you take advantage of? Well, there are a plethora of social media platforms you can take advantage of. Some of those most popular ones that I'm going to name off you is like YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, etc. It almost doesn't really matter which platform you want to use. There are some platforms that are a little bit more different than others, but depending on whatever it is your product and or niche or whatever it is that you're working on, obviously, you have to be able to figure that out. But the main thing I'm going to tell you when it comes to that is that you have to be willing to do your due diligence and do your research, because the truth of the matter is that some social media platforms are a little bit more different than others, but they're all pretty much similar. So they're not really hard to figure out. But the truth of the matter is once you figure out which ones you want to use, I will tell you to whether start with one and or two social media platforms at a time and just work on those and master those social media platforms, master those traffic strategies. Then when you master whether one or two at a time, then if you want to venture off into other traffic strategies, feel free to do so. But I'm going to tell you, don't try to master 4 or 5 different traffic strategies right off the bat, because the reality is if you master too many at a time, you're going to spread yourself out way too thin. And it's going to hurt you because then you're not going to really be able to get anywhere. So I really hope that makes sense. Now, my next tip for you, I'm going to share with you, is make sure you are laser focused on your niche. You know exactly who your target audience is. Now, the more you know about your customer avatar and what their pain points are and understanding what their needs are, then the truth of the matter is that puts you in a better position so that this way you can help solve their problem and fulfill their needs. And so this way you can service them properly. Now, just a couple of things to kind of take under consideration, that there are certain things you might want to take under consideration when you understand your demographic of audience. Right now, obviously, your demographic of audience could differ between a different amount of things, but the reality is, it just depends on your niche and whatever it is that you're working on, whatever the product is and/or services you are trying to promote. Because some people's demographic audience is going to be a little bit different than others. It just depends on your niche. It's really that simple. But just to name off a couple, just to kind of give you an idea. What are the age? Are they older people? Are they younger people? What's their income? Are they low income people? Are they high income people? What's their race? Are they white? They're brown? They're black? Green? Etc. Are they male? Are they female? Or do they come from a single family household? Or are they family? Or are they a big family household? Whatever the case might very well be. Again, it just depends on your niche. And as long as it's everything what I'm talking about is congruent with your niche, then it's going to put you in a better position, again, to solve the problem and fulfill their needs. Because remember, congruency is everything. Now, the next tip of what it is I'm going to share with you is now you want to create content around your target audience. Now that you've taken the time, because you know your target audience, you know what they want, you know what their pain points are, and you know how to solve their problems, and your product is going to be the product to help solve their problems. Now you want to make sure you create content around that target audience, because we have to kind of put things into perspective. If I sat here, walked up to you, I said, here's my product, buy my product, you're not going to buy my product. Why? Because that's really no different than what a lot of people are doing that I've noticed. Even still to this day, they'll still DM you and give you their affiliate link, and they'll think they're just gonna buy your product. That's not how it works. Like, you have to create free content around your target audience, because the reality is when you're creating free content, that's a great way to empower them with free information. And when you're empowering them with free information, they get to know you through free content. That's why you're not just like some random stranger saying, here, buy my product. Because like I said before, you obviously don't want to do that, because you're not going to really make any money. Then eventually they're going to like you, because as you're empowering them with free information, you're showing that you're the go-to person, that you are the one, that you are building integrity with people, and as well as building credibility with people. And eventually, like I said, as they're getting to know you, they're getting to like you, and eventually they're going to trust you, because now they're trusting you because they're seeing that you're the go-to person to help solve their problem and fulfill their needs. And more than likely, they're going to want to buy your product because you've taken the time to build trust with them. That is a very, very powerful thing. Do not underestimate the power of when it comes to building trust with your leads. Now, the next thing of what I'm going to give you is, like I said, I was just talking about leads, create a lead magnet. Now, what is a lead magnet? Basically, what a lead magnet is, you're basically giving someone something for free in exchange for their email address, right? So here's the thing about this, what I want you to understand. When you're giving something away for free in exchange for their email address, that's a great way to also get people into your email marketing, which we're going to talk about that in a second. But I want to just stay on lead magnet for just a moment, just a little bit longer, because here's the thing about this. Once you've created like free content, you constantly keep creating free content around your target audience, and the more that you keep doing this, you keep working on your business, now you can give them something for free. Now, obviously, it just depends on your niche and whatever it is that your product is and or you're trying to promote. Maybe you're going to give them a free ebook. Maybe you're going to give them 15% off. Maybe you're going to maybe give them 7 ways to do something or 6 things to avoid. Whatever the case might very well be, that's congruent with your niche. See, because as long as it's congruent with your niche and you give it away for free in exchange for their email address, most times than not, believe it or not, people are going to be willing to bite on that as long as it's congruent. Why? Because everybody, the mama and the mom's mama, they love getting free stuff. Now, Now that you've managed to do that, now we're going to get into the email marketing part of it. Now, let me be clear about this of everything what I said before. Yes, you always want to keep running, you always want to keep traffic, or excuse me, you want to keep getting leads to the front door of your business. Yes, you always want to keep doing it. That is true. However, though, this is the part though where it's very, very powerful, because once you build a relationship with your target audience, and you keep, and that point you get them into your email marketing system, what I just talked about with generating a lead magnet. And now the reason why you want to have an email marketing system is because that is a very powerful thing, because the truth of the matter is that is that now when you have them in your email marketing system, on your email marketing list, now this is the chance for you to be able to not only keep giving them free content, and you can build now an even stronger relationship with them now, because now they're on your list. Now, not only can you sell them that one product, but you could also, typically, you can actually sell other products that's also congruent with your niche, because after all, that's your target audience that you took the time to build a relationship with them. They've gotten to know you through free content. You're still giving free content, and you could also not only sell them other products along the way, but you could also keep selling them products later on down the road, because the more free content you give them, even on your email marketing list, and the more of a relationship you build with them, that will help build a long-lasting client long-lasting clients that will be willing to keep be willing to buy products from you. My apologies. Now, that is going to be the end of this video for today. If you felt like you got some value out of this, give me a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. Leave me your comment in the comment section down below, because I always want to know what it is that you got to say. And also, remember, I'm going to leave a link in the description down below that's going to give you more of an in-depth training on how to get more people to the front door of your business every single day. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.